This review is on this Honiture robot vacuum cleaner, and it's a vacuum cleaner with a difference. You'll see that not only have you got the robot vacuum cleaner, but when it returns to this base charging station, it automatically empties and is ready to go again, which is a real winner. Right, let's see it in operation. It's all charged up, all ready to go. Bag's been emptied automatically. Now it knows what the room looks like, and if we just have a look round by the parrot's cage, we've got quite a bit of rubbish on the floor there. Tip from the top, if you've got any cables lying around, make sure they're moved. Make sure it can't go under anything and get stuck. And we are ready to go down here as well. You can see the ashes on the floor, so it's going to pick those up. Right, let's go. You can see in this screen capture from the phone, the first time they actually set it up, it scans the room really quickly, and then once it's done it goes all the way around the outside and then does the inside, but so quickly. Right, so let's set this thing going. So first of all, I'll go over to the Smart House folder that I've got, and we choose the correct app, which is this one. I've already called the vacuum Vic the Vac, so we choose him. And then this is the screen for it. Now, it's already done a map previously, and what I want to do is I want to choose just one section of it to show you that you don't need to do everything all at once. So it's split those automatically, and I've chosen the green one on the right hand side. You see that the battery's at 100%. And what I'm going to do is increase the vacuum speed to full. I'm peeling simply just because of what's around the parrot's cage. And it's off. So you can see it's going straight out of this room, straight into the next one. Now what I've found with this vacuum cleaner, which is so much better than any other robot vacuum cleaner I've had, is that it's quicker, because it already knows the layout of the room, and as opposed to every time being a new time and it not knowing how the room is, it just defaults back to the map and off it goes. You can see there it's picking everything up as it goes. So if we come through from the back there now, that is completely clear. Right, so we'll let it do its job. It won't take long at all, and we'll come back to it. I do have to say, this really is the best robot vacuum cleaner I have ever had. It's fantastic. Right, anyway, we'll come back to it shortly. And we just missed it going over there, but it took away all of that ash. Now obviously that's really fine powder there that was on the floor, so it does leave a bit of a residue. But if you want to do, that's where you use the mop. And it's just going around picking everything up now. You can just see how good it is at picking everything up. It's really good. And we'll just come back to it now. So it's not fully finished. It's still going round there, making its tour. But you can see the difference that it's made. I don't know whether it's going to come back here. So there's one piece there now. And when you think of how it was, that's excellent. Absolutely excellent. And it's just finishing off now, doing the last bit on the rug. It doesn't have any problem with the rug whatsoever. It's great. Right, now it's just finished and it's saying that it's going back to recharge. Right, okay. So it should be emptying now as it lines up. And it's reversing on because it's going to suck everything out of the back.
That does the collecting.
And that,
Dust collecting is complete.
so dust collecting complete, and that is how you do it. No more messing around, having to pull the cartridge out of it and clean it. And more important, every time you do that, you've got to clean the filter as well. We'll take this to pieces in a moment and we'll see just what it's done.
Is the charging?
And that's it, all automated. Right, we'll have a look at the main vacuum on it and the bag. Then we'll take this off, we'll have a look at that in detail, and then I'll compare that to another one that I've got. So if we just lift the lid up, you can see this is the bag that collects all the dust and refuse out of there. And all you do, you just lift it out. I'm not going to do it because I want that to stay in. But it's had quite a few goes at it this now. It's by no means full, but you do get supplied 2 or 3 bags with it, and then the rest you can just buy. So that's that. And if we take that off charge, we'll go and have a look at it now. Right, so you've seen the excellent job that it did of vacuuming all around the room, especially under the parrot's cage. So we're just going to turn it over now and just go through the workings of it. Right, before I do that actually, on the back there, and when I take it out, you'll hear a warning. So I'm going to take the dirt box out and then put it back again. Just press down, remove it. So it just said take it out. When I put it back in,
That's the box back.
so the box is back in. And what you do, if you do need to manually empty it, you just get that, press it forward and open it up. You can see this is really clean there. You'll see on the other one how dirty that gets. Now the reason that's so clean is because it's been sucked out, which has taken all the dust off it. On the other one you'll see how you've got to manually clean it every time. Let's just close it back up again. And on the box as well, just to show you, that is used, so you've got a cutter used for cleaning the brush and a brush there for actually cleaning any dust away. Let's pop that back in for a second. You do get, along with it, a replacement filter. So you've got a spare one of those if you need it. Let's just close that back up. I'm going to take that out because we're going to use it. And I'm going to put this back and you'll hear it say that it's back in.
That's the box back.
So it's saying that the box is back in. Now we spin it over. So here's the brush. And if we take the cover off it, the brush just pops out like that. And like any vacuum cleaner, you get hair caught on it. All you do, just get a piece of paper, pop that down. Just get that, pull it through, it'll cut everything, and then you just take it off. And this is just general maintenance that you do. Once you've got all that lot off, pop it back and it's ready to go again. And that's everything off there. That goes into that. That presses down. And we just get the cover and pop it back into place. But that's about the only bits of maintenance that you need to do, and it's done. This laser pickup, it makes the cleaning of the room just so much quicker. If you've used any other type of robot, you'll know how long it takes to do a room. but because it knows the layout of the room faster, it means it cleans it faster. Right, now what I'm going to do is just show you in comparison to one of the other robot cleaners that I've got. So this is the muesli one, which is about the best one that I've got at the moment. And if I spin that over, you can see it's been in the dog's room because it's picked up all the hair there. But this is the bit that I wanted to really show you. If you take that out, you've got to manually empty this every time, and to do that you've got to press that down and lift it up. But look what's in there, and also look at all the dust that stops it from sucking up. So we'll empty that in a moment, and then we'd have to do the same. We'd have to take that out and empty it. You can see how bad dogs are when it comes to any vacuum cleaner. But if I'm going to compare these two, the first thing that I'll say is, well, I've already said it, this one's so much faster in doing the room. You can see a difference in the size of them. The battery power is so much more in this. So if you link that into the fact that it does the room faster, it's got a bigger battery so it will do a bigger room, you're just never going to run out of charge of this. Because it's automatically going back all the time, it's automatically emptying, it's ready for the next go. It's a really, really fantastic bit of kit, really good. And the muesli one has now been relegated to the kitchen. Watch out for the dog. Right, let's just see the some of the warnings that you get on it. So that's the dust box missing, and the dust box is back in. If the brushes get clogged or anything like that, it also warns you of that. So there we've got the dust boxes missing, just shows that. Let's open up the app itself, and we're going to Smart House and then his Smart. So we know it's called Vic the Vac. Let's open that up and let's just go through the software. So this is the last one that it's done, and we know that it just did one half of the room, which is denoted by the different colours. So I chose the green half for it to do. And again, you can select the room, you can choose a zone to do, you can tell it exactly what area you want it to do. The last one took 15 minutes cleaning time, and there was 85% power left, and it tells you that it did an area of 19 square meters. You can send it back to recharge, and it's currently off the, you might have heard it then, it's currently off the charger, so it's just going back there now. And to start it, next to it you've also got the start button. If I click on the suction, you can change it to quiet, standard or maximum. The standard will clean any room. If you've got a lot of debris that you want picking up, then change it to max, but standard should do it easily. And then if we go over to more, on timing, you can add a time for it to work. So as I say, if you're outside, you can set it to work when you're out of the home, so that you're not disturbed, or maybe at night time. You see it there, you set the time, there you set how often you want it to go, there you set if you want it to mop, sweep and mop, what you want the suction setting to be, so in other words quiet, automatic or strong or super powerful. Let's come out of that. So if we go into manual mode, this is where you actually control it manually, as in the name gives it away. Turn left, turn right, go forward. That's if you just want to maybe run over an area a few more times if it hasn't picked things up. You've got Find Me, and it'll actually, if I press this now, you should hear it talk.
I am here.
There you go, it's here, it said. I don't want to remap a room, so I'm going to come back out of that. The dust collector, so this is where you can set it up, so never collect the dust. In other words, when it goes back, don't empty it. Collect after cleaned once, collect after cleaned twice, collect after cleaned 3 times. I would recommend, if you've got dogs, children, anything like that, then collect after cleaned once is always a winner. That's recordings of previous ones, so it tells you how many times it's done, total areas, etc, etc. You can change the volume on the device and what language it speaks. And if you go into maintenance, it tells you when to change the filter. So as I say, you do get a spare one, but I've got 148 hours left on this one yet. The brush, we've got 148 hours, and the main brush, 300 hours. So lots of cleaning time before you need to replace anything. If you go into it, you can actually reset it once you've got a new one and put it on. So that just goes to show, compared to, as I say, I've had about 4 other robot vacuum cleaners, the software on this is so much more advanced. Right, so if we just go through the specs on it, we know that it scans the room and creates a map. The suction is absolutely fantastic, and I've said that you've got your 3 settings on it. The top setting is 2700 PA. Personally, I think the medium setting is fine. It's got a huge battery on it, 5200 mAh, and that's good for around about 200 minutes cleaning, or 400 square meters. Now, in honesty, that depends on the surface that it's going over. If it's going over wood or laminate, that's how long you've got. If it's going to be going over carpet, or you've increased the speed of the fan, then that's going to decrease. And the bag in the automatic dust collector, that's 2.8 litres, so that should take quite a while to fill up. And you do have the ability to turn it into a mop. It's got a small water tank on it, so it's not going to actually mop anything. What it will do is it will get rid of the surface dust and grime. But absolutely the best feature about this is the automatic emptying on return. It just cuts down on so much time. Right, so in summary, there's not much I can say about this other than it's the best robot vacuum cleaner I've ever had. It's fast primarily because of how it maps the room. Once the room's mapped, it knows the layout, so it moves faster than any other robot cleaner I've had. It's much more powerful than any other robot cleaner I've had. Now, you saw me put it on the most powerful suction. It doesn't need that. I was only showing that just because of the parrot's cage and all the debris that was underneath it. But normally it'd just be on the normal one, the middle setting, which obviously makes it a lot quieter as well. You can set what time to have it on, so you can have it working when you're out of the homes if you don't want to be disturbed. It does it all automatically. The notifications that it gives you on your phone, so if it does get tangled on the rug or gets tangled in any cable that you've left lying around, or it runs over a sock and gets stuck on that, it notifies you. So if you're in another room, you just come back in, sort it out, press the button to get it going again, it'll just go on its merry way because it knows what it's already done. I know it's pricier than normal robot vacuum cleaners, but you get so much more with it. The software works fantastic, but it's just that ability for it to go back and empty itself and be ready to go again. You're probably paying a premium of £100 for that, but trust me, it's worth it.